All right. Let's see. Are we live? Let me see. Let me see. Let's go see if we are live. Let's make sure we are live. Yes. Live. Yep. We are live. We are live. We are live. So that's perfect. So I'm gonna get right to it. Happy Friday. Shout out to everybody, all the AI creators on the lives. Let me know in the comments where you're tuning in from. Welcome everybody. Hello, Bianca. How are you? Hello, Fluffy Boss Girl. We are going to be going over some clip art today. Y'all know I love clip art. Let me know in the comments, Bianca, Fluffy Boss Girl, if you love clip art. If what are you looking to create when it comes to just learning about making extra income, passive income, whether you're a creator, a educator, whatever realm you're in, like what are you looking to create for 2025, or what's your vision for this year? I would love to see Houston. Okay, yes, I love Houston. I have such a good time when I'm there. The food is spectacular. I definitely want to go back. I would love to go back this year. So definitely looking forward to going back to Houston for sure. Let me know what are y'all looking to, like, what do y'all envision y'all 2025 year to look like? What is it? Go ahead and drop it in the comments and we're gonna go right into it. Today we're going to, yes, I love it, extra resources for income. We're gonna talk about how you can start to create different streams of income. As you know, I am a planner journal expert. I specialize in Canva as well as AI, which is artificial intelligence. So in today's live, we are going to be going over. She said, I don't like it. I'm a Cali girl. I know, prayers up for Cali right now. So many people have been affected. So definitely prayers up for them. Uh, yeah, we definitely have to keep them in our prayers because it's just been so crazy this last week just watching all those fires. But I definitely understand from transitioning. I'm from Jersey, and when I moved to North Carolina, it was a major, major transition. So I get it. When you move to a whole nother place, it's like night and day. I love it. Okay, Bianca, I want to create clip art. Okay, perfect. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go ahead and go right into it. So let me share my screen with you all. And we are going, this is what we're going to be doing. So first things as I love to do is, let me move this all out the way, is I love to be able to go on Etsy. So Etsy is a marketplace, and that's where you see like a lot of creators and crafters and everybody goes on. So just like a background story for me, just for everybody who don't know, I started with journals and planners years ago, before AI, before all of this, but I was always a Canva lover. So I self-taught myself how to use Canva, like how to navigate Canva. And obviously Canva has like 100x, like all the resources, you could do everything inside of Canva. So that's why I encourage people to utilize Canva to its full effect and get the paid version, because you can do everything in here. You don't have to move. And what I really realized is that specifically when it comes to diversity, there was a lack of diversity in the journal and planner space. And I always loved journals and planners. So that's why I started to create that. And the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because when you start to think about create income, look at it as a place of like you're solving a need and you're filling a gap. So when I first started, that was the gap that I was filling specifically for Black women and Black children, because writing, journaling is like a safe space. You're able to manifest a lot of different things, and it's just a great way to put all your thoughts on paper, all those different things. So I started with creating covers and all different types of things, and then it morphed into, okay, now digital planning became really popular, and I started to like as well as a physical planner. So I was like, well, I want to create my own clip art, because when I would go online to like stock photos, and let me know if y'all can relate, stock photos and images, it was just no images that really represented like what I wanted to create or like the story I wanted to build. So I started to get into clip art, and that is how Black Girl Bloom came into an so now I'm heavily teaching on journals and planners as well as clip art, and I fuse the two because they go together. And I create for a lot of like crafters, creators, educators. That is my niche. Like those are the people that I serve. So with that said, I want you to begin to think about, when it comes to filling in your store, like you just said, I want you to think about how, Bianca, how are you going to fill your shops up more with them? Like, who are you looking to create for? Because this is going to help with your shop idea and also filling a gap and helping you with the extra income, because you're in business to be of service. So that's why I always teach people, like, you're not here to just sell, but you're here to be in service. So my service to everybody here on the live is that I'm here to give y'all the resources. So please make sure you like, share, and subscribe and comment, because it just helps the algorithm for me and my channel. It helps me to be able to continue to create for people like you all, which I love to do, as you can see. So I want to rep the fluffy girls. That's right. Listen, it's a whole market for that. I love it, fluffy boss girl. And we're going to get right into it. So the first thing that I do is, when I'm on Etsy, I search for clip art. So it's verifying the device. And when you go in here, you see so many different things. But one thing you want to do is you want to go to all filters. And what I love to do is, let me see, where is the digital? We're going to filter by digital downloads. And then you can search by star seller as well. And then we're going to show results. So the reason why I'm doing digital, because that's what I do, all digital. But if you wanted to do physical, which I started with physical, so I love physical as well, you would just do all, and it would show up with both. So now you just see like what is on the market. And the one thing that's okay, look, Bianca, we're gonna get you back right. You've been slacking, but we're gonna get you a workflow. We're gonna get you back to it. It's a new year. We are officially 10 days in the new year. So we are gonna get your workflow back together. Don't worry, I got you. So the first thing you want to do is, I always like to search by star seller as well. So as you can see at the top, these little purple badges that my mouse is over, these are star sellers, but these are also people that are running ads. So I always like to look at the organic search, and organic is just meaning that for people that are not looking to run ads. Yes, the Tiandra. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. Thank you. I'm glad that you are here. Let us know where you are tuning in from, and what is your vision for 2025 when it comes to creating extra income. What are you interested in? Let us know what you're looking for. We are looking through clip art right now. So these are just a bunch of different clip arts. And like I said, you can see the ads. Look at this. Valentine's Day is in. And one thing I want y'all to do is, I want y'all to start getting prepared for the different seasons. And when I say prepared, I want y'all to be in advance. So like, people are creating for Christmas in the summer. People are creating for Thanksgiving in the summertime. So you want to be at least 2 to 3 months ahead of every seasonal trend. And that is what you want to be able to do. So, and you also want to think about evergreen things that you could be selling in the store. And when I say evergreen, that means things that could be sold all year long. So seasonal is like, we have Valentine's Day. Matter of fact, drop in a chat now for everybody that's on here live. What holidays are coming up right now? So like, what are people looking for right now? Go ahead and drop some holidays in the chat, because we're going to go through it. We're going to look at some trends, and this is going to be so cool today, because listen, it's Friday and y'all could be anywhere, but y'all on here getting some major game, and we're going to get y'all up and going. Y'all going to be able to leave this live being able to create clip art today, tonight, to add to your shop. So let's see, I'm just going down, I'm scrolling, and I'm just using a basic term. And the reason why I just use clip art, because I just want to see what's on the market. Also, a little trick as well, I want to search by star seller. So I'm going to filter, we're going to go back to all filters, and we're going to click this box here where it says star seller, and then I'm going to show the results. So now it's only going to show me everybody that's a star seller. You know that by the purple badge. And we're going to look at everything in here. So we got the Western coquette. So this is a very popular trend, and you can put your own spin on it. But look at this. It has 20 plus views in 24 hours. They're a star seller. So you always want to look at like what is nice. Like these Highland cows have been like going crazy on Etsy. And these bows, like, I don't know how these bows started trending, but like the bows went crazy. So when you take two, or I should say three, individual trending terms and you blend them together, it just goes crazy. It just pops. So that is what this shop did. They took bows. I know bows are trending because I do a lot of research on Etsy. Like I love research on my channel. You can see I have a ton of different videos breaking down research. And then they took Highland cow. A Highland cow is very, very highly searched on Etsy. And then they put it into a Western theme. So when you start to bring trends together multiple ways, and just let me know if y'all following, that is when you start to see this traction. So they have coquette, which is a popular theme. Then we have a cowgirl aesthetic, but not only that, we have the Highland cow. And then we also have the bow. So that is what that is. So this is why this person is doing that. No wonder why they are a star seller, and no wonder why it's 20 plus views inside of the cart. So that's one thing. You have these woodland animals as well. You see this Valentine's Day dog set. So we'll click on that, and it's 20 plus views, and you'll see like this is a Valentine's Day dog mom pup specifically. And I'm not going to butcher the name, but we're going to call it a sausage dog. And that is what you have here. So a ton of Valentine's Day going on, which I started working on some Valentine's Day clip art that I'm going to tune y'all into. And here is a romantic cabin clip art, 13 views in the last 24 hours, because like y'all said in the chat, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick, all of that. Great insights. My current craft, I love it. HTV designs, perfect. HTV is great too. I'm gonna show you some research tips on with HTV designs as well. So definitely stay tuned. Y'all see this Highland cow? Like people love this Highland cow. Like let me know what y'all think about the Highland cow. But you'll see a lot of Highland cows, like you see the gnomes, right, coming out for Valentine's Day. But y'all called it right in the chat. Valentine's Day, you see a lot of that is on this first page. So here we have it here. So this again is blending different trends together. So you have cats, like people love cats, people love animals, and they're blending it with Valentine's Day. So this is what I call cross niching. That's what I call that cross niching. So type cross niche in the chat. So it's when you take multiple niches that are super popular and you blend them together. A lot of people do that here on Etsy, and that is the difference between your store getting sales and getting no sales. Because remember, we're in business to create for other people. We're solving a gap in the market, and that's what we want people to be able to come to us for that. So now that we have that, what I'm going to start to do now is you see clip art. So the first thing you see here is clip art PNG bundle. So this is what people are looking for when you just type in the word clip art. Now, when you want to do Valentine's Day, so the first thing I'm doing is typing in Valentine. So they already see Valentine clip art, Valentine Day. So these are what you call keywords. So we're going to click on Valentine's clip art, and you'll see, OMG, look at all of these. And these are star sellers. And here's a little trick when you go in. If you change the star to best, because we'll look at best, at the top of the URL, is going to show the best sellers. So these are the best sellers right now in this category for Valentine clip art that are popping up. So again, you have another a doodle. Again, a coquette, like the bows. What did I tell y'all? Look, Highland cow. And these are all trends that I know about already because I do a lot of research. So these are animals. Remember, we saw these earlier. The safari, woodland safari animals. They're blending it with Valentine's Day. So this is what they're doing. You have the Valentine's Day truck, the seamless paper. Again, look at these cowboy western coastal boots. So a lot of the things that we just saw on the page, again, another Highland cow, more dogs with bows. Like you see this, the bows, Valentine's Day, and animals. So that is what you call cross niching together. So this is a big, big thing. And I want y'all to pay heavily attention to this because this is what's going to increase your store up to the top. Again, the coquette bows, all of that. So y'all already have a lot of key terms that I gave y'all. So y'all are good to go with that. So now we'll go back to the star sellers. And I'm just gonna change this back up just so y'all can see. And you'll see it's a bunch of different stuff. So what I love to do is because I create for Black women, especially, like that is my target. I always go in and I start to create for that. So let me take you to my workspace. So we're gonna pause on the research, and we're gonna go into ChatGPT. So perfect. Cross niche. I really like the cow. I've created several dollars on Canva. That's perfect. I love it. How has the sales been going for you for the cow for you? So we're gonna go here. So here's some of the images that I've already created. Um let me go here in the design. So let me move this out the way. So here are some images I've created as well. So if I wanted to like put a spin on it for, let me know what y'all think about these images. Like y'all feeling these or what? Let me know if y'all like them. So this is for Valentine's Day specifically. So what I want to do is if I wanted to like add some bows or different things like that, I'm going to show y'all how to go about doing it. So when I go and I use ChatGPT, when you go in, you use the Dall. So if you go to explore GPTs on here, I do have the paid version just because it's just so much easier to do. But you can create images in a Dall space without the paid version. You just will have a limitation. You still will have a limitation in the paid version as well. But it's like $29, I believe, a month. And it's just worth it for me because this is just what I do all the time. I teach clip art, I create clip art, so it just makes sense. So the first thing I want to do is I already have my prompt already geared inside, so I just want to make a few changes because like I see like the bows, the coquette, like all of that stuff is going. So I'm gonna say let's see. So we're gonna do a tie with let's do a satin pink. And we're gonna do still with the actual legs crossed, so everything is pink, and that's what I'm really gonna change. So I'm just changing that because I just want to add a bow, and we'll see how that comes out. So we'll see. I have not started selling yet. I look forward to yes, let's go. Let's get you selling. Yes, I look forward to your sales as well. So this is cut off. So we're gonna do regenerate, but I see the bow is there in her head. And this is we're gonna wait for it to generate. So it takes a few seconds to generate. I like Dall the best. When it comes to creating images, I just love them. They do have some other ones that work well as well. Her finger is a little bit messed up, so I'm gonna regenerate, and I could fix that, but for purposes of this video, I don't I want to just show y'all how to get y'all sets in order and get everything together. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm creating like realistic graphics. Okay, so this one isn't bad. And then we'll do it again. She kind of looked like Maya. Y'all know the singer Maya, don't she? She's giving Maya. Like, let me zoom in on her. She's looking like Maya. So I'm going to fix that. And, you just need a little bit of advanced skill sometimes to fix like some of the images if you really want to save them. But I'm going to show y'all how to take it and use the magic expand to like fix some of the hair being cut off. It is a lot of little trips and ticks. But look, I got my bow. So let me know. Are y'all liking the bow? I'm having trouble generating. Oh, I got you. Let me get you right now. Fluffy boss girl, we got you. Okay. So you want to use things like curvy, different things like that. So we're gonna do um okay, let's say she is wearing a let's do matter of fact, let me change the I'm gonna change the prompt. I'm gonna use the another prompt so we could see more. Let's see what prompt I want to use. So maybe we'll use this one right here. Okay. So you would use worry. So let's do create a highly detail of a. We could put curvy in front of here. Sometimes you gotta put the quotation marks in it. Um, Imagine pants. Let's see. She is curvy. So we'll do that and we'll see what it generates. So let me just make sure that this one is the pink. So inside of here, okay, cool. And then we're gonna go ahead and generate it. So sometimes when you put quotation marks, it will emphasize it a lot better too. I want her to have a stomach or plus size, don't have flat stomach. Yeah, of course. So like this is not like, it's regenerating. So what we would do is just regenerate this. You just tell the prompt exactly what it is that you want them, what you want your images to look like. So you could certainly give it the description to, make her have a stomach, voluptuous, like all of those different things, curvy, like you're just feeding your prompt exactly what it is. So this here is, I don't know if this is like a good look for you, but this is you know, curvy. We could switch it up and please make her stomach larger. We could do stuff like that, like it's whatever you want it to be. Now these are pajamas, so pajamas kind of fit, loose, so you can't really see, but you could do like you could have her stomach visible, showing like whatever it is that you want to emphasize for your actual set. You can do that. So and then you can always ask ChatGPT to what is the best way to make the clipart show females with a larger belly and or stomach when prompting. So you can always ask them for keywords. So it'll give you that. So look, so here are the so you could say larger belly, fuller stomach, rounder midsection, curvier figure with emphasis on the abdomen. Let's see. And then these are just different styles, right? So you can like ChatGPT will give you the language that you need to have. So we could go back in and we could say like, please recreate with a curvier figure with emphasis on the stomach. Make sure stomach is fuller and larger belly. So we could do stuff like that. Okay. So it will definitely give you, this will help you with your prompting inside of ChatGPT, but it'll definitely give you a larger shape and make her fuller, make her curvier, all of that. No worries, no worries. So you'll do that. So of course you have to change the prompt around because my prompt specifically has her like in pajamas. It's like hard to emphasize the stomach, but you could definitely see she's way curvier, way thicker, and I love this image myself. So we'll just keep this going, and that's basically what you'll do. So like now you have this one, we have this image here. She's definitely more curvier. this is like a back version of a person. So yeah, so it definitely works. There's definitely room for the curvier figures as well. Okay, so that is one version there. And then let's go back to Etsy to see what we want to create. Another person on here had HTV design, so we'll go take a look at that. So this also, you want to think about what set. So I always like to go into the mind to see like what type of theme you are going for, and you could use Chat GPT to help you come up with different themes. So Valentine's Day, just give me like some different trends for Valentine's Day that you would want to see. So like we have like teddy bears, chocolate, we have balloons, like we have a bunch of different stuff. So the way that I like to create sets is I always create sets based off a theme, based off of color, and then I also like to do a blend of different sizes and hair as well. So because I create for African American, I'm always doing different hairstyles that represent us because it's just not a lot out there. So you'll see me doing like dreads, different things like that. So let me go back and I'm going to change the prompt and I'm going to change her hairstyle. And that's what I like to do. So setting, let's do a with long dreadlocks. And we'll go ahead and see what it gives us. So I do different hairstyles all the time. So I always create like different hairstyles that I know I won't see online because they just don't have, enough creators that can create. So these are not really dreads. So, I mean, this is not a bad hairstyle, but it's not dreads. So we'll have to change it as well. So we're gonna make sure that please make sure the hairstyle dread, and then sometimes I put in parentheses just to emphasize it. Yes, Black love clip art, that's a great keyword as well. So I do different hairstyles and different things like that. So there we go. So now we have the dreads. So look, we have the bow with the dreads. So we have all of the above. Now let me show y'all back in the design. So I'm here back in the designs. I'm gonna go to uploads and I'm gonna upload the newest designs. Where are we at? Okay, from here. So and yeah, I always like, group them by category. And so now they're all coming in. I'm gonna show you how to fix the hairstyle. And that's gonna be good as well. So let's see. Okay, so now when we coming in, like for instance here, like some of the stuff is cut off. So I would go to Magic Expand, and this is when having the paid version comes in handy. It's like a little bit over $100 for the year, like $13 for the month. It's so worth it. I'm telling you, I've been using Canva for a long time. And it's so worth it. So you could like fill it out. So basically I use freeform. You could do whole page, but I use freeform just because I just wanted to move it up just a little bit at the top and on the side because the elbow was cut off and the leg. So it's using AI to basically regenerate what the features of what it thinks is supposed to look like or what it should look like. It's not perfect. So as you can see, sometimes it doesn't do so like the top part. So I'm probably gonna have to move it up a little bit more, and it's also not doing it here, and it created some extra legs, but we could get rid of that as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just do the free form for the top first, and I'm gonna move it all the way up, and then I'm gonna do the side. So, and you want to do this before you remove the background. So all images that I create always has a no background. So okay, so this is a lot better. So we have this one here. This one is, I don't know, the chat GPT be tripping sometime. And then we're gonna wait for the last one to load. So this one is probably the best one. So we'll do that one and then we'll go back in. And again, I just want to do a magic expand. And then I just want to expand this out just a little bit just to fill out, like the leg. So we'll do that. So that's how you fix your images. But that's why using Canva is where you got to go. I'm also going to, okay, so let's see. So it's not all the way expanded like I want it to be, but it's a little bit better. Let's see this one. I might like this one the best. Okay, so we'll let this one rock out like that, and I will fix it more, but this is just the gist of it, so you understand the gist of it. So now, I'm removing the background, and the way the background is removed is, for one, when you save it, you'll save it as a transparent background. So you'll go to share, you'll go to download, and you'll do transparent background. You'll click this box again. That's another pro feature, so you don't have to like move out of the workspace, but always just change it to a black background. And this is how you could tell it has no background, because it's you can't it's easy. You could freely move it on any background. So you could change it to any color background you want. So I'll be able to place this on anything. So that is this design here. Again, I would still fill this out on the edge, but that is just how you simply go in and fix your designs. So this one is super cute. I love this, and I wouldn't have to do like any changes really to this one because the hair is right. Like all of this is nice. So I love that. To get rid of this too, again, you could go to edit magic eraser. So you turn the eraser brush size down and you just get rid of this. Get rid of this little scribble that they have here on the side. And you would erase this. All right, so now you're erasing that, and now boom. So this is super easy to do. And you have a bunch of different sets. Now, there's different things that go into creating, which is why I'm doing a workshop as well. So definitely would love for y'all to join the workshop. I am going to have it in the description, but I'm also going to add it as well. So that one will be live. So we'll be able to interact and talk, inside the room. So I'm gonna drop it in there so y'all know for the workshop. But make sure y'all sign up for the wait list because I'm going to do it this month. Let me know if that's something that y'all would like to do. If y'all want to have a workshop where we're going over clip art, like a lot of different things, but going like into detail as to when it comes to creating clip art, having a profitable store, being able to get your first sales, like all of those things is basically what we'll be going over. I'll be, sharing like the research tools that I use, giving you some research keywords and, all different types of things like that as well when it comes to creating clip art and just different things. So I do have a wait list that is going to be in the description as well once the live is over. But I did just want to let y'all know that that is something that I have coming up to share that with you all. Because I definitely want y'all to be in the room. Because listen, it's only 10 days in. We have some time. Okay, so that is the link below to sign up for the workshop, for the wait list. So make sure y'all get on the wait list, and we are going to, be going into detail. So let's go ahead. Again, how you could crop out images. So like, let's just say I wanted this one, but I don't really want this one. Again, I could go in, I could hit edit, and I could use the magic eraser or grab. So I could use either or. So in this case, let's just do the grab. So I could just grab this image here. And basically when you click it, you could just grab it. And now it'll just grab just this one image. Now the camera is not going to be in it because I forgot to click the camera. So it's out of the hand. But then I could delete this and then I could fix this image here. And then we would do the same thing. We could go to edit and we would use like the free form and we would clean this up. So let me close this. I just want to move this up just to fix it here. And then we would expand this. So I don't, yeah, they shouldn't expand that. Thank you. Thank you, Bianca. Appreciate it. Um, so now sometimes they do crazy stuff with the hair at the top, and you just gotta play around with it. But these are like the easiest tools, like as far as being able to like utilize an all-in-one platform so where you don't have to go. So, I'm all about saving coins and like what we can do to be resourceful on what we're creating. So, having a Canva paid version, as you can see, is just, so much better. So we'll do this one. I'm like either between this one and this one. I don't like either one really, but I would go back and fix it, do some slight edits to it. But this here is, how I would just, if I just wanted this image, and I would need to clean this up, which we'll talk more about upscaling. I upscale all of my images, so none of these that you see are finished versions, because I just like to make sure, like, even though it's created using AI, I still like to make sure like the hands and everything is accounted for. Like, I know there are some designs out there where like the hands are missing or it's funny, but for me, like, I want to make sure the hands is clean and sleek. So it took me a very long time to like get a prompt together to like get hands and get everything right, like the toes. You can see there are ways inside of chat gpt to fix this as well inside of that, which we'll go into a lot more detail inside of the workshop. So make sure y'all sign up for the wait list. But like like just zooming in is super important. So like the hand's a little messed up right there. So I could see like when you look far away, like everything looks good, but when you zoom in and you're like, oh no, like look at the hand right here, So we would fix that. Now, obviously, having some advanced skill like Photoshop and other things like that will, but if you don't, it's okay. Just regenerate the prompt again, and eventually it'll get right. Like this one is good. Like we have the fingers here, all of that. So we're good to go. But I always encourage people to make sure you're zooming in, because you don't want to be out here just giving people anything. When it comes to, like you don't want it to be like, missing, hands, hairs. Like I always like to make sure everything is, as good as it's gonna get. So that is the way that I like to create. And then I just bring in everything all in at once. And that is the way that I do it. So we're going to go back over to HTV. Yeah, they are funny with the hands and the eyes. That's why I have a prompt to make sure that the, like the hands are good to go. Which is why most of the time I don't have a lot of issues with the hands. Well, I do, but I have to regenerate, but I add in specific detail for the hands. So you can see here, like the thumb is behind, but you can see right here, the thumb is here, but 1, 2, 3, 4, like the hands is, pretty decent. Same thing for here. The thumb is behind the camera. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 5 fingers. They all look good to go. Same thing with here. If you zoom in, 5 fingers. The toes is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's definitely ways to make sure, and I just emphasize that, but it did take me a while to like really crack the code on, getting less issues when it comes to creating the hand. So like you can see here in this picture, the hand is slightly not there. So I would need to fix this, and I could go back into chat GPT to fix it, or some advanced techniques to do. But you could just regenerate. If you really like the image and you really want to save it, you can, but you don't really need to. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is we're going to go to HTV designs. We have somebody on here. So when I type in HTV, the first thing that I see is HTV transfers, HTV prints, HTV iron on vinyl, HTV vinyl instructions, HTV book cover. So what this tells me is the Tiandra is that this is what people are searching for when it comes to HTV. So let's go on HTV transfers. So you want to be thinking about like what people are searching for when it comes to creating these different transfers. So these are, again, all the people that are star sellers, because that's what I filter by. But we could filter this. Oh, hold on. I got to put the filters back on. So we'll go to, let's go to digital. So if you want to create digital, and then we'll go to star sellers. Where's star? Here we go. And then we're gonna filter this out. Okay. So these are different digital downloads for TV designs. So these are what you are in the top right now. So a lot of like mama, grandma, Gigi. Again, the bows, these bows is everywhere. You see, you got some Valentine's Day stuff, of course, because of Valentine's Day. Again, blending the bow, mama. So it seems like mom is like very popular, like the bows and just different things like craft queen, a lot of different stuff when it comes to the HTV. Mom, I see a lot of mom. And then again, we'll go on here and we'll filter out by best. But this is how you do like free research. When I say like just using the platform to do research without having like the tools, I do have paid tools as well that I utilize to do research, just to do a deeper dive. But you could certainly do like free research. So here is funny quotes, just like these are some of the best designs, best sellers on here. Again, you have like the mama, again, the bowls with the happy faces. So these are a lot, and I filtered it by digital design. So this is the digital designs. Okay, you have some Grinch stuff. I always stay away from copyright stuff like Grinch and Disney because I don't need nobody coming to give me a lawsuit. So I don't infringe on other people's designs. I know that's a big thing in the craft world. But if you don't have a license, I just don't do it. Just because it's just so many other things that you create. And I'm in the business of just like create your own designs. Like, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. But yeah, this is like a faith-based PNG. So you could, turn these into it, and then you could go into the description and just see like, okay, they a commercial use is on sale for $20. It's 300 DPI with no watermarks. And it's telling you what you may be able to do in this design, and you also could look at the pictures. But this is how you would be looking for like HTV designs. You would fill the gap to see like what's missing and whatever it is that you want, who you want to create for. So I know you haven't started yet, but you could see here like transfers, bulldogs, blue devils, the book, and I think another one was like HTV book. I think it was like book covers was a big one as well. So book covers is a popular one. It looks like a lot of people are uh, doing designs for that. So you can see here in this video, a lot of book cover designs as well. So it looks like these are the type of book designs that people are looking for, but the books are doing really well, apparently, according to the search inside of Etsy. So, and I still had it, I gotta filter it. Let's filter it by a star, and then we'll just show. So this one is a really good one. It doesn't look to be too saturated either, but still is relevant. So it's only 491 results. So that's cool, but it's also showing up in the search text. So let's click here and just see like, okay, 8 people viewed it in the last 24 hours. So you can see that there is some 13 views. So people are looking for it. So you always want to look for highly searched terms with low competition. That's a good one as well. Yep, that's what we did. Becca Money Making. Yep, we already switched it to bestseller. So we've done that a few times as well. So thank you for adding that in the chat. But yeah, so we're on star right now, but I showed them earlier on that if you change it to best, you can see best as well. So yep, thank you for that, for writing that in. But we definitely looked at some bestsellers and some star sellers as well. So that is good to go. And again, this is just book quotes, PNG bundle. So that's some of the stuff for the HTV. So that is good to go for that. And then again, we were looking at the Valentine. And then another thing too, like going into Chat GPT, what you could do is when you go here to a new chat, you could always ask it, please list all holidays for 2025 with and it'll give you a list. So these are like all the lists. So you could save this to your computer, and it'll give you all the dates. So that way you'll be prepared. And I always do it by month. So you could do, I always say like, please break out by month. And just so you'll know to be prepared. And you could create like a time frame of when you want to do it. So again, if you're looking to create seasonal designs, like you wouldn't be creating Christmas designs in December or Kwanzaa, because like the people that already are being prepared, they probably already putting them out in July. So you want to be able to do that. Any other like national book day, like all of those different things you want to be looking for as well. So these are just all like the recognized holidays, but there's so many different things inside of there as well. Um, so you definitely want to you could also like ask for any national holiday, let's see, any national day events such as National Book Reading Day, um, like Grandparents Day. They have like a bunch of those those as well. Please include. So you can also add that in. And I always tell people to do that as well, because you know people do like parents, like it's like parents. It's a bunch of stuff. So you can ask them to include that as well inside of it, and they'll include that. They're still giving me like the notable national days, so I just got to change it up some. But there's like National Reading Day. Like, let's just go in here. What is National Reading Day? So National Reading Awareness Day, like there's like a couple. So awarenessdays.com, that's what it's called. I couldn't think of it. Becca Money Making. Yay, I'm got here about 15 minutes. Your images are pretty. Thank you, Becca. What do you create images in as well? What do you are you creating clip art, or like what's your income source that you have or that you're looking to create for 2025? So National Reading Day is what this says, January 23rd. Okay, so look, so National Reading Day is typically celebrated on January 23rd. So I would be, like getting stuff in on your story reading. I already have like reading clip art. So that's one of my favorite types of clip art to create. So you could do, reading, but it says that the National Reading Day is on the 23rd. It'd be like different days, but that's a good one to do. National, uh, it is national like grandparents. I think it was when I saw. It's like a bunch of them. Siblings Day falls each year on the first Sunday after Labor Day. See, like all of these other ones. So like these are different ones. Yeah, I know. Gail, like they used to have it to where you didn't have to do the hack for bestseller. It used to be you could just straight search for bestseller, but Etsy got rid of it. So now you gotta like put it into the URL. What is National Siblings Day? Okay, so you have just like a bunch of different stuff. So it says Siblings Day is usually held on the 10th of April. So look, that's the 10th. And the great thing is too, like you can do a bunch of designs for that. So if I wanted to do like, two individuals, I could do that. So you could just add two people into the design of two with one. Let me just change the here. And then you would just change it to they. So everything would go to they versus she in the prompt. So you could create, and then you would change it to the woman with plural so they know. And then hopefully and then let's do their fingernails. They, so you just changing it around. So let's just say they are wearing okay, so and then let's do woman, and then I would just hit enter. So this is just like the prompt again. So you can make more than one person inside of it. Hey, what y'all making? Thank you for the content. So we did a just like a full recap. We were looking on Etsy to see how we find like different trends on Etsy, like what's coming up. We're talking about like the different holidays that are coming up. That's like seasonal. And then whatever your like niches in. So I specialize in Canva, clip art, and AI, journals and planners, along with creating like stickers, clip art for journal planners enthusiasts such as creators, educators, creatives, crafters as well. So that's pretty much what I specialize in. And then also teaching people how to do the same, like how to come up with your own research, like your own design. So we have people here inside of the chat that they do clip art for curvy women, HTV design. So a bunch of different versatile individuals are inside of the chat in the comments. And that's basically what we're going over. So specifically here, we're going over Valentine's Day, but just being able to go online, such as platforms like Etsy, do research. So I'm just showing out organic ways on how to do research to see like what's trending if you don't have any paid tools. So that's basically what we've been doing. So they look like twins. But yeah, so we would need to fix the hands, but like this is how you basically create more than one person inside of the images, so you can do two. 25 images in my store. Okay, perfect. So I use Midjourney. Okay, I like Midjourney too. I do use Midjourney. I have a shop on Etsy. I sold 4 images, so 94. Okay, but I haven't added. Yeah, I have 65. Yes, yes, yes. So the goal is definitely you want to be listing because you want to keep your images like on the first page and different things like that. So yes, Becca, we are 10 days in the new year, so you still have time to finish creating and getting shop up and going. But that's awesome. 94 sold designs is awesome, and you have a lot more sales to get. They are waiting for you in your design, so go ahead and make sure you're using those 65,000 images that you have and just take it one day at a time and start to source it out. 25 images in my store. Okay, cool. Yep, having a system is so good. So part of my workflow, which I'll be talking about inside of the workshop, so make sure y'all are signing up for the workshop as well, is talking about like your workflow and how to actually create your designs, because I already create for the month. So I do batch creation, and I create for the month. So I'm creating one time, but I have enough designs to fill for 30 days. So I can either create for the month, or if it's like seasonal, just depending on, that's what I do. So I've also put inside the chat for the wait list. So make sure y'all sign up here. And then for this, I would do regenerate. Please fix the fingernails. So again, if you have advanced Adobe skill, you can actually fix this, but we're not gonna go into that. But the one hand is fine, but here there's some issues. Like I told y'all, I don't like to give images when it's flaws on them. Some people will, I just don't. That's just like my practice. So it takes me a little bit longer to create images, but I just have better images, so I could easily fix this, and I'll show you. So you have this little lasso tool as well, and you could go in and if I turn this down, you can highlight over areas that you want to fix inside of here, and you could tell like the chat GPT, please fix. And sometimes it does a good job, sometimes it doesn't. And that's when I had to move it into more advanced systems to be able to fix it. But you really don't have to do that. You could just regenerate it and you'll be good to go. So we'll do this last thing, and then we'll wrap up. We will wrap up, and I have a ton of different videos for clipart, a lot more coming out. I'm going to be talking about like the top trends, that are hot for 2025. So we'll be going over that as well on some of the new videos. I just finished the journal planner series on breaking down from beginning to end on how to do research when it comes to creating and different things like that. So definitely go check those out. And again, if you are here for the first time, make sure you comment, share, like, and subscribe, because it just helps my algorithm. It helps me to be able to create videos and do live streams like this for you all. And it just, it helps me as a creator here on YouTube. So please share this out. Please make sure you're subscribed and you're liking the video, and make sure you're commenting. And this really helps. And I appreciate y'all for being here with me on a Friday. But as you can see, the fingers, they fixed it a little bit. I still don't really like this the way they look, but it did fix it some. So this here is like how you get two images, so you can make them look different. They look more like twins, but I could change their facial features to make them look different. But there's a lot of twins out here, so that's also a niche as well. So you definitely have so many different possibilities to be able to create. But yeah, so these images, they're definitely giving twins. So you could create a set of Valentines for twins. Like, I mean, who doesn't love that? So these are your images that you have, and you would just save them, and you would save them there. And again, make sure y'all sign up for the workshop. I look forward to seeing y'all in 2025, and let's continue to create these designs. If y'all have any questions, just leave them in the comments. I always respond back to all the comments and make sure that I'm giving y'all, the best responses and answers. And I look forward to y'all. But this is what we created today. And for people who came on last, and I always highly recommend the paid version of Canva. And like I say, you always want to make sure that you are that you have a organization system, which we'll talk a lot about that as well. But you want to make sure you have that, because you want your designs to be all over the place. This finger, which I would do, and you could use that lasso tool inside of ChatGPT. I am using the paid version, and a lot of times to fix the hair, different things like that. And I'm gonna end it with this. You would go to free form, just for all the people that are just coming on, and I would just move over just a little bit if I wanted to fill out the hair and expand it. And this is how you do it. And it's gonna, the magic expand. This is a paid feature, so anything with a crown inside of Canva is a paid tool. But I love it because you don't have to go anywhere else. Like, you can stay right here inside and just do all your edits and everything like that. So this one's still a little cut off, so we'll go with this one for now. I wouldn't use this, but just for time's sake, we'll do this. And then you would just remove the background. So now you have both of those, and you could do the same thing for here. So if I wanted to expand her here as well as her leg, I could do that as well. You also, which we probably will do that in another video, you can also create these images individually, and you could bring them together inside of the photos together. So I do have images where I've done like scenes. Let me see if I can find it. Thanksgiving. So you could create, and we probably will do that on the next week live. Let me know if that's something I want to do. Let's see. So I'm looking to see for Thanksgiving. I don't see it in here. So it should be inside of here. Let's see. Thanksgiving scene. I wanted to show y'all something. Let me see if it's in here. Okay, so this was a Thanksgiving one. Okay, but that's not what I'm looking for. But I wanted to show y'all this, that like basically how you could bring it into scenes. So it is you could bring images together. So I was looking to find it, but I don't see it in here like showing up. I think I got it in another folder somewhere separate. So that's probably why it's not coming up. But let me see inside of here. No. Okay, so I can't really find it in here. So I probably would just have to show y'all on another one because it's probably in my folders. Well, let me just go through. I have so many different designs, so many different folders. As you can see here, we talked about like the folders in the organization. Like these are all my folders here on the side, all over here. So I have a ton of different folders because if I didn't, I would not know what I'm doing at all. So I'm going to see here and show y'all. So we probably could do that in the next video on how you could do scenes and add designs and put them together. But there is a way to go about doing it. So I'm looking closer to when it was Thanksgiving, which was like a couple months ago, to see where that scene is so I could give y'all an example. But if not, it might be in another program, another set that I'm in. So I probably will just show y'all that next week. So we'll go into that as well. But let's see. So this was some other designs. So let's open this one up. I'm gonna show y'all those. And then we'll end it. And then where's the other one at? Okay, here it is. Perfect. Okay, so let me show y'all. So here's one, here is another one. Okay, so these are what I mean by like scenes. So these are a lot of like to use these for like Valentine's Day cards and different things like that. So I've merged scenes together. So this was in Midjourney. Somebody here said that they create in Midjourney. So Midjourney and ChatGPT is well combined. So this is the design here, as well as here. This is from Midjourney. And taking them and putting them inside of a scene. So if I move this, you can see like this is like clip art inside of there. So we'll talk about that in another video. Same thing here for Thanksgiving. So if I duplicate this, you can see I could easily just delete her out. This is a scene that I generated. Same thing for here, creating a couch, another image. So these images came from, which set did they come from? I thought I had them pulled up, but no, they didn't come from here. I think they came from the Thanksgiving one. I did have them pulled up. But either way it goes, so being able to, put your images together. So all of these are different items that I either pulled from Canva, created myself, and then I just put them all in together. So you want to make them look as realistic as possible. So I create images with people like sitting down, so I could easily place them to be able to sit on the couch. Again, her legs is crossed here. So this is the image here. We'll go over that next week and inside of the workshop as well. So it's super easy. I have this scene here and I could just easily take this image that I created right here and I could place her, right on the floor. Proportion is super important when you're doing this. So obviously this would be too big. Somebody sitting on the floor. So you always want to make sure that you're sizing, down correctly for it to make sense. As a person, how they would really be sitting on the floor, right? And the proportion to them, to the table, to the couch. And that's basically what I do. So this is like different scenes. Like I love, cards and different greeting cards and different things like that. So this is how you would do that. So let me know in the comments, like if you want to talk about this on the next live. I'm so scared my camera's going to crash from so many. Do you have? Yeah. So external hard drive, you can purchase them on like Amazon, like at Best Buy, and you could save all your stuff. So this is a newer computer that I have, but like inside of my downloads, like all of these images are here. I basically go in and rename them to what they are. Like, so like these are all Valentine's Day. And then I would just like copy all of them. You could rename them, like rename all your designs out, and you would save them to a folder, and then you could save them to a external hard drive if you buy one, and you would just save them there. Or if you have like a cloud storage space, you could save them there. So that's what I do as well. So you have like Google Drive, you have what's the other one, Dropbox. You also have like WeTransfer, a bunch of different ones, so you can actually save your design. I've never had issues of like my Google Drive or my email. My email is like the safest thing that I've ever had, but you could do it to both, to have like multiple, multiple designs. So that's what I do as well. So yes, I do have them saved in multiple places. I use the Google Drive electronically in different folders, and then I use an external hard drive to like get them off of my computer. And it also frees up your space as well. So that's why I put them in the drive, because it just saves into the cloud. But yeah, so that is today. So this is here. So I could do a Valentine's Day scene. So I'll probably do that next week. And we'll talk about, incorporating your designs inside of there. But we pretty much worked on things Valentine's Day today, but this was just an example. This would be like a scene that you could do for Valentine's Day, different like that. So yeah, make sure you're going in and you're doing research on your different area that you want to do. And I am so glad that y'all tuned in today. And don't forget to share, continue to comment, like, and yeah, these are the designs that we worked on today. So I will see y'all next week, Friday, and we will be back going over more clip art.